Hi, my name's Alex. My musical journey began when I was about 12 years old, and I basically wanted to be a DJ, mixer slash scratcher slash whatever it is that those guys do in the back of the MTV videos where the pop punk band is playing up front and there's some guy just going wiki 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 in the background. That's all I thought that I could do at the time. I knew I wanted to be involved with music in some way, shape or form. And once I saw my friends kind of playing the drums at the assembly in primary school and playing guitar and playing bass, it kind of stirred something deep inside. And I knew that I wanted to be involved with that any way that I could. So after not being accepted into music in my primary school and then getting kicked out of music option in high school, I was kind of faced with the prospect of taking my musical journey into my own hands, and that's exactly what I did. So I basically grabbed my dad's bass from underneath the bed. My dad happened to be a bass player all through the 80s, so I grabbed that out, didn't really know what I was doing, just stuck it on my lap and just persisted and practiced, listened to my favorite artists at the time, ranging from all genres, and I would just sit there with the CD player, press play, press pause, figure it out, rewind, play, pause, ad nauseum for years in my bedroom. You know, hours and hours and hours spent doing this, and all the while honing my ear, honing the way that I play the instrument, and really taking advantage of my own enthusiasm in music itself. I didn't let the fact that I'd had these roadblocks with music education kind of stop me from carrying out what turned out to be my whole career, my kind of lifelong ambition. And soon enough, the skills started to come, and it changed my life in an amazing way. And it's something that every other musician will know. It can't be taken away from you. Music, of course, is such a massive element in everyone's life, and for everyone here at Concept Music that works, it's pretty much every waking moment of our time spent thinking about music, spent thinking about finding an instrument for a customer that walks in, thinking about our own music, thinking about the music that's playing in the shop TVs, getting inspired by all kinds of little different ideas, the pedals, all the new technology that comes out. So when you're in an environment like that, it's really awesome to have that snowball effect. Everything's just carrying on, and as the years go by, the music changes. You like different kinds of music. You find value in every type of music: heavy, soft, meditative, relaxing, aggravating, everything. We know the impact that music has on our own life. So what's awesome about that is to be able to help someone else find that in themselves. Even if it's just pointing out an instrument that you would have otherwise just left on the wall and not thought twice about. If someone can just say to you, why don't you just give that one a go? Someone can pick it up and the songs can just pour out of you. It is a very special thing. It's happened to almost all of us here in the shop. So I think when I think back to when I was coming up in the music industry, and also as like a young person, as a teenager that walks into shops, it's always very intimidating. I still remember the shops that I felt uncomfortable in, and I never returned. Or if I did return, it was with a lot of anxiety and trepidation. When you've got a shop that actually really encourages this tactile way of experiencing instruments and music, it's very powerful, because you feel like you've got a team behind you and a community behind you, which is so important to harness your own abilities and to encourage you to keep moving forward. If I go into somewhere where I'm so excited to be, low key in a public place, I'm like, oh my God, there's all this really awesome gear everywhere, it's so cool, and you're made to feel uncomfortable or belittled or not worthy, it's a vibe crusher, man. You know it. Everyone knows it. It's an awful, awful feeling, and you never want to return to that feeling ever again, and rightly so. So I like to think and I like to hope that when people come into concept music, each of us here can help you out, show you everything that you want to see, and maybe hopefully something that you hadn't already considered as well, because that can be a game changer for anyone. I'm Alex Canyon, and that's my story.